Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to the Rise Atlantis show. Today the topic of the day will be about what really happened to Kobe Bryant. I'll be talking a lot about key points that many may have not heard before. So this video right here will be trying to get to the bottom of what really happened to Kobe Bryant. A couple of ideas that I have thought of, maybe other people haven't. So it's pretty interesting indeed. So that will be the topic of the day. Now we'll go ahead and jump right into the news. See, I used to have this, when I first started the show, I've been doing like a whole hour of the same format, but basically stretched to about 20 minutes each. So now I have it to where it's about only 10 minutes, because a whole hour I feel is like maybe a little too long or something. So now it's reduced to about 10 minutes. Although I will want to start having live shows where I'll probably go an hour, maybe even 2-3, I don't know yet. So it's an idea for sure. So the show is basically, the way it's going to be is about 3 minutes, give or take. 3 minutes, 50 seconds of news, we rush it through, and 3 minutes of the topic of the day, and then also 3 minutes of EVPs. Now, what many people may not know is EVP stands for Electronic Voice Phenomenon, where we pick up goes to the audio. So now we'll go ahead and get into the first news here. Let's see here. See, the way I deliver the news is I don't really say it word for word, the whole thing. I just pretty much summarize it and get through it as quick as possible. I get it from many different sources, and I get the main articles that are the most interesting. Say memories can be injected, like downloading memory to computer. Pretty crazy stuff. See, that's the future. It's happening now. Let's see here. Oh no, okay. Let me do something real quick. Okay, what is going on here? Okay. What's going on? Alright. It says supposedly the Colorado mystery drones were not real drones. They were UFOs. And my theory is certain UFOs could be apparitions from God to prepare the world for Jesus' return. Satellites avoided a massive collision in space over Pittsburgh, so they almost hit each other. How crazy is that? They were going at 32,800 miles per hour. Who knew satellites could travel that fast, right? Let's see here. Congress is serious about sending humans to Mars in 2030. We probably might have another trip to the moon very soon, maybe in a few years. Hydrogen molecules are the hottest known exoplanets being ripped to shreds. Okay. So next we'll go different source here. You know, this whole coronavirus thing is crazy, right? I mean, it's happening like all of a sudden, like out of nowhere. Saying it's getting pretty bad, you know. It's like that movie 12 Monkeys or the movie The Stand. If you haven't seen them yet, those are good movies to watch. The Stand may be a little long, about 6 hours, but it's definitely worth it. It's spread up in in 3 different parts. Very good movie. Let's see here. So yeah, this coronavirus thing. Pretty crazy stuff. Okay. What else? Let's see here. I wish I could get like advanced news that like no one's heard about. I want to like be the leader of like breaking news that other people haven't reported on yet. I mean, they say the only way to do that is by being out in the field, as they call it. So, China's saying how many are infected? 7,000, 8,000? You know? And how many people? Almost 200 people have died already. So it's pretty crazy stuff. New cases happening in America, but it's nothing to fear. You know. That's why if you notice any signs of the flu, get it checked ASAP as soon as possible for sure. I'm not certain, but I think some of these people may have died for not treating the symptoms early on. Okay, and the last is here. It's really hard trying to find like the main important stories. Almost like a science trying to sift through it all. With all politic news, I don't choose sides, Democrat or Republican. I stay neutral for everyone watching to see that it's not biased stuff here, you know. I don't choose sides. Now, some of my guests that I have on the show and the coming shows may have their own opinions, but like the disclaimer goes, their opinions do not reflect my opinions. So, pretty much that. Okay. And, okay, so now we're going to get into the topic of the day. Now it's very strange. Kobe Bryant died in the helicopter crash. It's very strange because how many times have we heard of helicopters going down and crashing? It almost never happens. With airplanes, very rarely ever happens. Also, I find it strange how a lot of planes in other countries go down. I don't know if their security isn't as adequate, or is it terrorism related. I mean, it's very strange. You know, since 9/11, we never had another terrorist attack. Thank God, because people have been doing their jobs now. And like, I guess in other countries, things are more corrupt. I don't know. I don't know what it really is that makes other countries have plane disasters, like the one that disappeared over, I forgot where, Malaysia plane. Where did that one ever end up? You know, and it's very strange, you know. So I'm thinking, you know, I don't like to, because I know it gets very controversial with YouTube ever since that whole incident happened a few years ago about certain actors, you can't talk about certain subjects. So you can't really say, oh, this person did this on purpose, or, you know, you can't really speculate, and speculate's not the word. You can't really make judgments on people, basically. So I'm not really making judgment on the pilot. I'm just waiting to see what comes out, what was recorded in the black box. You know, everyone has their right to a legacy. You know, he passed away. So we should not talk bad about the dead, basically. So I'm not really accusing him that he was involved with it. I'm just saying, it's very strange because he was ordered twice by ground control to fly higher, and he didn't. People say, oh, it's because he was avoiding the fog in the air, but I've heard reports that he could have flew above the fog if he went higher. So it's very strange, there are things that make him look like he is innocent, like he was not involved in that. One of the ones was they started having problems right when the helicopter took off. He reported having problems. So, and it makes you wonder, why didn't Kobe Bryant and anyone else send a text or a tweet or anything? Nothing on social media. Did it happen so fast? I mean, I really wonder. It's very strange. Things that make you go, why didn't anyone ever send any text or tweet when it was happening? That's very strange. That is a very big question to think about in relation to the mystery on why Kobe Bryant's helicopter went down. So it's hard to say, was the pilot, did he do it on purpose, or did he not do it on purpose? There's things that give evidence to maybe he did. There's things that give evidence to maybe he didn't. So, we can't really judge, only God can judge. So, I pray he was not involved in that. They said he was born in Brazil, but he has roots to Armenia, which is near Russia. So it's weird because Russians aren't really terrorists. It's more the radical Islamists. So now again, it's only 20% radical Islamists that are terrorists, So I give this guy the benefit of the doubt. Maybe this pilot was innocent. Like I said, there's things that make him look not innocent, like guilty. Then there's things that make him look like he is innocent. So it's weird. Another thing that makes him look innocent is when when they took off and then they're flying over a mountain. They circled a mountain, and when they were circling the mountain, the helicopter was descending. And it always makes you wonder because these terrorists, they like to take credit for their attacks. So if he was a terrorist, he would have said, he would have taken credit for it. Or two, in the audio, I've heard the audio, it's very short audio, it's only like a minute 30 seconds. And there's nothing in the audio that gives him away that he was involved in terrorism, If he was, he would have left a clue, like a very big clue, the certain word he could have used that would have made it look like he did it on purpose. But in this audio, I didn't hear anything like that, so I think he was innocent, And I can't wait for more information to come out. What was reported on the black box, I wish we could all get to the bottom of it, of everything, this guy, another thing that makes him look innocent, he's been flying for 15 years. So this pilot, I can't tell if he did it on purpose or he didn't. The evidence looks like he did not do it on purpose, that he is innocent. If it was a freak accident, helicopters don't crash all the time through freak accidents. I will say that small private planes, those planes that only have 2-3 people that can fit in, a lot of them only have one engine, and it's not good to depend on one engine. I heard that even helicopters have at least 2 or 3 backup engines. It's actually the main engine and then a second or third engine. So you have like at least 1 or 2 backup engines. Now those big planes, they have like 8 or 10 engines going at once. Motors, So commercial airplanes are safer. Though I will never fly because I'm afraid of heights. I do endorse flying airplanes as a safe means of transportation. It's strange. Another question to ask is, why didn't anyone have any parachutes on board in Kobe's helicopter? I believe it should be a law standard that every airplane, every helicopter, every means of aviation, transportation should by law carry parachutes. Why was there not even one parachute on board? It makes you wonder. Is it because Kobe didn't like parachutes? Maybe there wasn't enough space to save space on parachutes, which means you don't have parachutes in and you can fit more people in. That is a good reason. After all, there was, I think, 8 people on board. So without parachutes, you can fit more people on board. Oh man, but it's just like, you would like knowing that reassurance of a backup plan in case it goes down. So I feel by law there should be a law where everyone must have a parachute on board any flying object. And if there was a law like that, maybe Kobe Bryant would still be alive. So it's crazy. We need to restructure the whole aviation, transportation. It's weird because if people say they own the helicopter, they have their own laws, they make their own rules. So it's very crazy because there was other 8 lives on board, 8 lives. And it's very strange. A lot of things that make me wonder, I wish I could have foreseen it. Other people supposedly said they've seen it. They've seen it in dreams and stuff. And I will say one person who really saw it really good, her name is Kim Fisher. You can find her on YouTube. And her channel, it was, I think, like 2 months ago, she had a dream called Kobe. A restaurant, Japanese restaurant that was being opened in her dream. And it's on her channel, Kim Fisher. You can find it. I believe it's like, it's about a month or 2 that it happened. And she saw 2 Asian children that were girls. And they were wearing long dresses. And like, they started doing somersaults and stuff, and everything was like shaking, and it's weird because like it sounds like okay, the Kobe restaurant had Kobe Bryant's name in it, Kobe, and I even heard that Kobe in Japanese, I believe, stands for Ko means God, and B stands for door. God is at the door. Very strange stuff. Could this be a sign of Jesus' return? I don't know. Was he taken out by the Illuminati? It's very strange. Things that make you wonder, The Illuminati is not a good group. Everyone knows it. So I really don't like to go into the Illuminati too much in depth. I never talk about attacking anyone. I want everyone to be safe. Nothing is gained through violence. If you want to carry out a mission or a statement, do it the right way. You'll definitely go further than carrying it out through violence. So I'm not calling for attacks or violence on the Illuminati, though they are not good at all. They should be handled with democratically, and I don't mean Republican against the anti-Republican Democrat. I mean democracy. How do you say democracy in plural? Democracy. I don't like to use the word democratically. I don't choose any sides here. I want everyone to come to this channel as a meeting of the minds. I don't want politics being a factor of what tunes people out, what tunes people off, So, getting back to Kim Fisher's dream, it's very strange it relates to this. I believe so far she's the only one that's seen it. Now, maybe others could have seen it, but it's the main one. So, we'll go ahead and end it there. We'll do one quick EVP, and we'll call it a night. And hopefully we get an EVP that talks about Kobe Bryant here. I want to keep the video at 10 minutes, but 20 minutes is good. As long as it doesn't reach 30 minutes. I really want to try to keep it 10 minutes, but it's hard to cram it all in at the same time. So, I'm just barely getting used to how to wrap the show up as quick as possible. It's hard to just wrap everything all together. We didn't get as much words as I had hoped, but I think we got a few interesting ones here. Now the app I use is called ADV. It has the red letters in a circle around it. And the words I got was only 3 words. Come on. How do you say this? Conscientious. Not like consensual. Conscientious. Like consciousness is what it's talking about. Like the word consciousness. And then italic, like Italian. Okay, so this has to do with Kobe Bryant. What does Italian mean? That's weird. And vomiting toads. Now we all know in Revelation it says that the beast and the dragon will barf out 3 toads basically. And it's weird because who did that recently? The magician David Blaine. So it's weird. Why would David Blaine do that if he knows that that in Revelation says the beast and the dragon do that? So David Blaine, I don't know, man. I pray for him. He's a little bit weird. A little bit weird. A little is a stretch to say he's very weird. So pray for David Blaine. Hopefully he becomes Christian again. So we'll go ahead and end it there. Please like, share, subscribe. Please tell everyone you know to like, share, and subscribe. Peace. Jesus is returning. Hallelujah. Ain't nothing more exciting, man. I'm telling you. The rapture.